Hi guys, and welcome to our 10th episode special. I'm your host today, Bidhan, and with me I have Kishore, Bishop, and Sanjo. Do you guys want to say hello as well?
Hi guys.
Hey guys, what's up? Oof.
Yo, what the 10th
10th episode.
episode, the 10th episode special already? I can't believe we've done 10 episode already. Congratulations first of all, guys.
Yeah.
So what?
Let's give a round of applause to
Yeah.
ourselves.
We've been,
Hey Bishop, clap, bro, clap.
we've been quite consistent.
I did.
We've been quite
I was
consistent.
gonna say,
Yeah, go on, what are you gonna say?
it's been 10 episodes and Bidhan still hasn't shared it.
I wonder how many episodes.
No. You can't be putting that on me. I share it on my Insta, bro, but I don't share it on my Snap. I shared it on my Snapchat, but I haven't shared it on my Instagram. But
You still haven't shared it on your Snapchat.
I have. What do you mean?
When did you? No, you haven't.
Oh, okay, maybe I have, but it's just because we're saving the best till the last. Like, this is probably the best episode so far, so I'm gonna be posting this one for sure. So yeah, I was trying to say, imagine like what's it called? That night in a park when me, Bishop, and Kishore were just like chilling, and then thinking like now like we're gonna be like 10 episodes in. Obviously, I feel like we've gotten closer as well. Like we've gotten to know each other a lot better. Although Kishore's always late to the meeting, and then like Bishop's always trying to cancel, but we still we still made it so far. But yeah, I would just like to say congratulations to everyone for being consistent as well. Mainly Bishop though, because I know he hasn't missed a single episode. I know I have missed like one,
Yeah.
and then Bishop and then Sanjog and Kishore and me missed one each as well. But obviously it was because of the circumstances like out of our control. So, but still, yeah, congratulations Bishop as well. So yeah, what do you guys think of the podcast so far? Like obviously that from that one night, like random spontaneous night in a park in like March, like this year, to now. Where we come-
Legit.
We're gone.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I honestly, after that night in the park, I honestly didn't think it was gonna happen. I thought, oh, raw, like, nah, like, everyone's just talking, like, you know how people just talk, just people, you'll say, oh, you do this, you do that, and then, like, I thought it was just one of those conversations, but then, I think I kind of forced it, because I was really gassed, because I really wanted to do it, so I just made, like, the initial logo straight away, and be like, oh, what do you guys think of this? I made the group chat, and I was like, just
Bro,
so
what do you
everyone,
mean you
like,
made
can
the
just look
logo
at-
like that? The amount of time we spent on that logo.
No, but like the
Don't
initial one.
downplay it.
Remember the initial logo? I made it.
Yeah.
The initial one, and then Bishop was like, "Rah, how do you like make that logo so quickly?"
Wow.
Wow, nice.
Nice. Yeah, not gonna lie. I think because obviously me and Kishore talked about making this podcast as well, and after you guys had like a little chat, and decided to include me into this as well. I think since then, I didn't. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm with you guys. I didn't think it would be going this far. Like we'd be so consistent. We're doing it every week as well, and yeah, I'm really enjoying doing it as well because it's obviously like a highlight of the week and things like that, and we just talk a lot about things that interest us, you know. So I think even like random stuff that we never thought about before, we just put ourselves out there, have a bit of controversy and things like that. But it's so fun. And also I've really enjoyed it so far anyway. And also like Bidhan said, we've got to become closer to each other as well, and known each other as persons as well, and that's been quite I've really enjoyed that part of it as well.
Oh, cute.
Nah, do you know what I enjoy as well? Like the little conversation that we have at the start and at the end of each podcast, like
Yeah, that's
enjoyable
enjoyable.
too. Obviously, maybe
that's only for us. Though.
maybe
It's
we
not
can
for you
like
guys.
record it
Yeah.
one time and then include it in our bloopers, innit? So people can see like what we speak about as well, and maybe they will see what the conversation that we do have when we're not on like camera or on record. So yeah,
We're still gonna be recorded though.
no, but I'm saying like they would like see what we speak about normally. Is also what I was trying to say, bro.
yeah, true.
But yeah,
A little behind the scenes.
I was just gonna ask you though. So what do you think has been like your favorite podcast so far? Like we've shot. So obviously this is our 10th episode so far. What do you think has been like the most favorite one for you guys? Like most enjoyable?
So, I don't know about mine, but I know our viewers' favorite episode has been the relationship one. And I've got quite a few people. I know that quite a few people have watched that, and I've even got like messages from people saying that they watched it as well. So, but mine would be I don't even know if it's released yet. It's the NHS one.
Oh yeah.
It's
yeah,
not
the one-
released
It's
yet.
not released yet.
Oh yeah, I meant the COVID now.
No, okay, you can just speak about it. Like we recorded it already.
Yeah,
So.
we'll record
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
So obviously, once
So,
the viewers see
yeah.
this episode, then they'll know to go back and listen to it twice.
No, I
But go
actually
on.
like the AI one. You know, I actually really enjoyed the AI one. I would say.
Oh
you know,
yeah,
so
yeah. I really
it's not
enjoyed the
mentioned in
AI one too because I wasn't even there for that one.
Yeah, I thought the AI one was quite interesting, and I myself got to learn quite a bit from that episode as well.
Yeah.
And it's not something that I would generally normally think about. So doing the episode just gave me a time to have a think about AI and ways of moving in the future. So I found that quite interesting.
What about you guys, Sandra and Kishore?
Yeah, so I think I really like doing the last one, to be honest, the is uni overrated one, because all of us obviously share like you know, similar experiences in uni and things, and we had a lot to say about it. So yeah, I really enjoyed doing that, and like it gave us perspective on people that, you know, might not be considering uni as well. So, you know, it was very relatable with everything that we talked about. So yeah, I think I really enjoyed doing that episode.
Well, what about you, Kishore? What did you enjoy the most?
I think the episode. I don't know. I really enjoyed the AI episode because like that was like one of my specialties, and I thought I enjoyed like teaching like Sanjog and Bishop were like all about like something about like my sector, something that I've learned as well.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, not gonna lie, that was really
I think
interesting.
I enjoyed that. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
but
I think for me as well, like most of the episodes are quite fun to shoot anyway. But I do enjoy like I enjoyed the July 19th one, and I definitely enjoyed the relationship one as
Yeah.
well. Like those ones, like obviously.
yeah, I wasn't.
What would you say?
Oh, there's a pattern here.
I
oh
said
my
I was just
God.
gonna.
You went in that one.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I wasn't in that one. So I would have. That one probably was my favorite, just to like listen to it as a viewer, as a listener, because
Yeah.
I wasn't in that one, so I enjoyed listening.
Bro, in that one, we were talking about the theory. Kisar was doing the practical.
Nah, what you mean?
It was obviously implementing what we were speaking about.
Why is it stop lying, bro?
But no, I was also, yeah, like Isha was saying, for me as well, you know, the AI one, obviously I wasn't in it myself, so kind of like watching it back and then obviously seeing how it is without me there. Obviously, I think I'm the cohesive Joe there, innit? No, I'm just joking, But obviously, watching that back, it was quite interesting to watch. But yeah, no, that all of the episodes so far have been good anyway. And also that to anyone that's watching as well, if you guys could comment down below or like just message us and tell us which one your favorite one so far has been, that would be really appreciated too. And then yeah, so obviously that was part one of my questions. But if you guys follow us on Instagram at Into the Square Podcast, obviously you would have seen we did like a poll, or like we did like a question and answer thing on Instagram story. And obviously we got you guys to send us in some questions, and then I've obviously gone through the question that has been sent in. Oof. I've chosen like the 10 like most intriguing questions that I found like quite funny / intriguing. So yeah, so I think these questions are the ones that you guys have sent in. I'm so sorry and apologize obviously if I haven't picked your answer to answer here today. We'll be DMing you privately and then obviously letting you know the answer to your questions too, because we do appreciate like all the questions that we have got. So yeah, so if you haven't followed, go and follow us there. So maybe our 20th episode special, our 50th episode special, we do that thing again, and then you guys can get to know us even more. So anyway, so I want to start off with a lighthearted question. The question is, so why is Sanjog so damn sexy? That was one of the questions that I got, and I was like, wow.
Ooh.
So
Well,
Is he though? Is he?
Firstly, I want to ask whoever sent that question, man. I thank you so much. Yeah.
It's not who you're thinking.
I'm not gonna
It's not who you're
disclose
thinking
the
it is,
sex.
Sanjog.
I'm not gonna disclose the sex of the person that sent this question.
What?
What? So is Sanjog the poster boy, guys? Yeah. So is he the one that like attracts all the?
Bruh, man.
everyone?
I don't think so.
Was
yeah.
it Sanjog's mum or his girlfriend?
Sanjog's mom sent it in, bro.
Yo, mom, what you doing, man? Don't embarrass me like that.
No. So yeah, so that was one of the questions, and I just found it so funny. I was like, "What is Sanjog the poster boy? What?" So me, Kisha, and Bishop are just there, like looking bummy and ugly. Is that what it is?
We're the funny one. Sanjog's the good looking one.
Bro,
I'm the funny one. I don't know.
Sanjog's the one that shapes his beard every week, apparently. So I think it's that.
Sanjog goes out to
Thinking
get a
bits.
trim every like weekend just before we record this podcast, so it looks
Every
good.
weekend.
But yeah, no.
Just
So
to stay fresh,
let's
innit?
move on to like a proper question now, though. So what made you guys start? Like, this is a question that we've been asked. So, what made you guys start making the podcast? So, if Sandra wants to go ahead and answer the question. Oh, yeah.
I think I'll answer that. I think Sandra's thinking about the question. Yeah, for me, I just really wanted to. I think I've mentioned it in the first episode as well, but I'll say it again. Like, I really wanted to just talk about, like, I really wanted to make a podcast for a while now, and I just wanted to talk about interesting things. I wanted to talk about things that interested me, like all the topics that we've done so far. Like, everyone's been interested in, like, to speak about, and then we wish we could, like, make it longer as well. Like, we wish we kept, like, talking, like, having more. We keep on having more stuff to say, but we can't really, like, fit it in all in one episode. But yeah, I just like talking about stuff, and then I feel like a podcast with, like, some good mates. It was a good idea, and so why not? Let's just do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say though, well, one of the main reasons I probably started as well was, like, obviously I used to listen to like a couple YouTuber podcasts before anyway, and then I used to always want to do it before, and then I was like, oh, like, I love speaking myself a lot anyway, and like, I love waffling too. So, like, you know, like, when I love the sound of my own voice, I was like, might as well do a podcast where it's a platform where I can speak a lot anyway. Do you know what I mean? So I think that was one of the main motivators as well. Obviously, jokes aside though, like, being able to, like, put your, like, opinions out there, and then, like, having people listen to it, and obviously, like, giving you feedback, but, like, letting you know what their opinions are as well. I think that's quite interesting, and, like, it's quite scary as well, because you know how, like, obviously, in a podcast, although we try to have fun as well, you kind of have to, like, speak as well, and then you have to, like, put yourself out there, and then, like, it's a little bit, like, nerve-wracking knowing that people know, or people might know a lot more about your opinions on certain topics, so they listen to your podcast, even though they might not have met you or they don't know you, and then obviously them forming an opinion on you is quite scary and nerve-wracking too. But then obviously you have to, like, put yourself out of the comfort zone, and then being able to, like, being able to do that with a podcast was, like, probably one of the other reasons that I was like, yeah, let's do one when we were just speaking on it, and then it was like a perfect opportunity with the right people as well. So I think that's why I started it.
Mm-hmm. So the reason why I started it is similar to Bidhan's, but kind of opposite in a sense that. So Bidhan said he likes, you know, hearing his own voice, and he often likes to put himself out there. But it's quite the opposite for me, where I'm not really on social media, or, like, I don't really share much content that much. So I just thought a podcast would be a good way to, you know, just get started. And also one thing that I like about our podcast is that, so at first we were debating whether we should make more Nepalese leaning or just a general one, and I do feel like we made the right choice making it more general, just because the topics we talk about is so broad, and just get to do different things. And I feel like if we just spoke about the same things, it'd be a bit boring. But just because we're talking about so many different things, it gives us an opportunity to think about things that I normally wouldn't in my day-to-day life. So I guess that's the reason why I wanted to do the podcast.
Yeah, I think I agree with most of what you guys have said as well, and especially what Bishop just said as well, like, about how I also really wanted to make a podcast because of I've been listening to podcasts like so many years of my life now as well, and be able to have the platform and opportunity to you know, voice my own opinions and things like that was very interesting. So I always wanted to get involved, and also the right people came, and also it's a right project as well, because I think we really thought, like, we wanted to make it broad as well, like, from the get-go. So, you know, because, like, if you just make it the same thing, like, same genre, like you said, it won't be as interesting after a few weeks, you know. So I think we always try to broaden our genres to, like, anything we want, really, and anything you know, anything that's current, anything that creates any, you know, social issues and things like that. So I think by having that genre, I think I was really, like, you know, I really wanted to get involved in things like that. So yeah, I think those are the main things that, you know, brought us together into the square.
Yeah.
I just want I just want to say on the Nepalese topic, like, I remember, like, discussing so much whether we should keep it Nepalese or, like, keep it general, but, like, just so, like, I remember, like, little decisions that we had to make here, and we just, like, it would be like weeks where we'd be like, oh, should we do this or do that? Like,
no,
it was just
and
like
even the name, like, as well. The like, we took, like, we had, like, numerous Zoom calls and, like, numerous, like, flipping, like, calls and, like, messages, like, on what we should call ourselves, the podcast, like, logo, and then, like, how it should be run, like all these things. Like obviously, although we've only like put out like what 10 episodes, we obviously had practice a few like more episodes like without it being released too. So I was just like speaking without like what's it called, headphones or something. And then we got our mics, and then we started recording the video too, and then eventually we're like, you know what, this is like the right time to put one out. So like even like the first topic, we were like all discussing, like what should our first topic be and all these things. Like a lot of thought has gone into the podcast, and also you have to remember that when we started it, it's like a March like times or like middle of the pandemic, like it was like a lockdown and everything. So it was like the perfect like time for us to like kind of do it, and then obviously we were doing nothing anyway, so it was like a perfect pastime. And although now obviously we've gone back to like our daily lives too, I think like we'd still try and make time for it, which is quite good. So yeah, I enjoy making it too. So moving on now to the next question that we got was what's the one thing you could bring in like to England if you could from Nepal? Like what's that one thing like you'd be like, that's the thing I want to bring from Nepal? Like, what would you guys say?
The food, man.
Yeah.
I'd say the food.
You can't just say food. You have to pick like one thing. Like, you have to pick. Go on, yeah.
Oh, one. I don't know.
You know, I would bring is like what Kishore mentioned, the food, but in a sense that you know how there's so many chicken and chip shop here, yeah. But in a similar way, there's so many like Mama and Chamin hotel, like you know how we call it hotel, but it's like a little takeaway or restaurant sort of thing, yeah. So them ones where it's like quite cheap food.
Maybe like Nepalese street food basically.
Yeah, it's like our chicken and chip shop basically.
Yeah.
Hotels.
I think.
Alright, so both of you.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, well, both of you are like with the food thing. I don't know. For me, I'd say the views, because obviously we have. It's very hard to move the Himalayas to here, but like if we could, that'd be so lit.
I think our end was. I think Sanjo could.
If anyone could, Sanjo could.
What is this,
bro?
No,
Sounds like a Hanuman fan.
what are you trying to say, bro?
Trying to say the monkey.
Yeah.
Oh, like a monkey god, bro. That's Hanuman's monkey god. Yeah, what you mean?
Yeah, of course. Nah, but I'm not gonna lie. I do miss the views, man. Like you just wake up, just see the mountains, all the the nice hills and the views and things like that. Like obviously, like UK doesn't have as much landscape, beautiful landscape as Nepal does. Even though there is in Scotland and Wales, there's more like hills and stuff, but still, like to just have that look around from your house, that'd be quite nice.
I was gonna say for me, it would definitely be the people, because the people in Nepal have a beautiful heart, and they're so nice. So I think that's probably the one. But so
not for
what?
Not for customer service.
Yeah, okay, no. Obviously, the people of Nepal are nice, but I was just kidding there. But as in, I'll definitely say the food, but also like I was gonna go specifically and say the mangoes. You know the mangoes in Nepal. The mangoes in Nepal, man. Because literally now,
mangoes are disappointing.
Yeah.
I'd say all fruit in Nepal, man.
Yeah, lychee.
Even like the fruit, all my days.
Papaya, that's so nice.
Yeah.
Like.
Nah, not even
like like all these fruits.
Naspati.
Yeah.
Like you can't get that. I don't even know what that is here.
It's Chinese pears.
It's pears, isn't it?
Is it Chinese pears?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Not Nepalese.
Okay, so I was gonna say like just like me and Bishop kind of grew up in like a little village, innit? So we had an abundance of like fruits, and even when we went moved to like, the capital, like our granddad and my grandma used to like send like kilos of like mangoes to us, and then now it's like August time as well, and then like around this time there's a lot of like fruit like mango. It's like
a bit earlier.
No, it's a little bit earlier, but
right.
it's like mango season, isn't it? So even I remember like when we used to like go like I was watching my Snapchat memories and like seeing like our like in Nepal, and then like just the mango trees and the mango fruit in Nepal is so peng. So I think I was thinking, I was like, what would I bring? Like mango, but also you would think like pani puri and like all of those like samosas like from like especially from like where me and Bishop are, where they like make it so juicy and nice. So I would say obviously we probably definitely miss the food. You guys would say from Nepal then, yeah.
I'd say food would be like I'd say like I don't know, the air in Nepal is different as well, man.
This guy's gonna go.
Bro, what
He's analysing.
bro, you're
Like-
lying, bro. The air in Nepal is not nice though. Like I remember,
It's not good.
bro.
No, like
Bro,
not,
no.
not in like the
Not even-
cities,
not even
but I'm
pollution,
saying
bro.
like in like the hills and stuff.
Not even pollution.
The hills, bro. If you go to the hills,
Bro,
the air's so
I
nice.
said, me and Bishop used to have this conversation. Like the air in Nepal, especially where we live, the village here, it stunk like cow dung, bro. Like
Cow shit, bro. Cow
especially
shit.
because it's so hot as well. Yeah, like literally, it would just
Bro,
evaporate into the air.
in
Because
the
you live in
village.
the village, fam.
It smells like poo.
Yeah. The whole village just smell like
People
What?
use poo as a fertilizer.
Yeah, true. It
Oh
does.
my
But-
days.
Yeah, that I think that's what I would say. But anyway, let's move on to the next question now. Obviously, we have like quite a few questions to get through as well. So, so one of the questions was why representation matters in the media. Obviously, although we're not like mainstream media yet, hopefully we'll be eventually.
We're underground. We're
Hopefully,
underground.
eventually it will be. But even like even like little things like representation in the media. Why would you say it's important, and like why would you say it's important?
I'd say it's 100% important because, like, you see like even like brown. You don't see a lot of like brown people in the media itself. So when you do see one, and when you do see that brown people more in the media, like it's like a reassurance of your own like culture. Like someone from your own culture can like go out there and make it. Someone from the same similar background as you can like do like what like make it big in like the world and stuff. Like not even like you see like celebrities, but like even like businessmen and like businesswomen that you hear about. Like if you like here's like someone like from like the South Asian heritage that's like making it big in the media. It's like you sort of feel pride in it because it's like somewhat similar to your culture. And obviously, if someone like Nepalese that we see that's making it big, like for example, I would say like Santosh Sai with like he like with his he got second place in MasterChef, and we saw that, and like the Nepalese people got so hyped. Like you see like these things, and like even like
Arthur Gunn,
Arthur
yeah, I was
Gunn,
gonna say Arthur
like,
Gunn as well.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we saw him, and then everyone got so hyped. Like now, I just love listening to his music. Like it's a mad thing.
Yeah, because especially Nepalese people, because I guess we don't have much in Nepal, but even when
Exactly.
there's like a little thing that people
Yeah,
love to
people are
celebrate.
mad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is, wait, what was the actual question? Because I thought like it was more to do with how
Why
you represent yourself
Represent-
in the media.
No, how you no, why representation matters in the media, as in like why
yeah.
representation, and then like why like South Asian, let's say, or from like South
Yeah.
Asian background, why that representation is required in the media,
Yeah.
like yeah.
No, yeah, in that sense, then yeah, I fully agree with what Kishore was saying about it motivates you in the sense that you feel like you can follow their footsteps. Because I think a lot of it is like when you see a lot of people be successful in the media, you think of what path they took to get there. And if you if you have the similar paths that they did, you feel like you could do the same, and you get more inspired by that because they're from the same background as you and they've had the same struggles as you, or so I think you relate it a lot more, and yeah, it motivates you more as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say, obviously, how like we're just like Nepalese people in the UK have only it's only been since 2005 where we've seen like a massive influx of Nepalese people in the UK anyway. So obviously we're like kind of like the first generation of people that could have made it into the media, and we haven't. There's not a lot of people our age that have made it, but then obviously we're only we're still quite young, so we'll probably see people our age like eventually get into like mainstream media, but also in the future they'll probably definitely see more Nepalese / Asian people in the media anyway. So
Yeah.
I think
Let's hope so.
and maybe we'll be the
Yeah.
maybe we'll be the first ones to break the barrier,
I think there's a guy actually, one of the FaZe, like one of the YouTubers.
Oh
FaZe.
yeah. So FaZe Clan.
Oh
like,
yeah, he's
both
Nepalese.
of them, two of them. There's
Yeah.
like no.
There's a Nepalese
Yeah,
guy in
FaZe
there.
K and
What?
FaZe. No, FaZe K and FaZe Jarvis. They're both Nepalese, like half Nepalese or whatever.
FaZe Jarvis.
Yeah, the guy that had a
That's why I've
fight.
heard of that guy.
The guy that had a fight recently.
He's not
Yeah.
half Nepalese.
He is half Nepalese.
is.
Yeah, yeah.
Is he? Really?
Yeah, see.
He looks it.
Oh, you're trying shit.
No, we're not.
Nah.
Check it. Like, obviously afterwards.
Why would we?
But yeah, and by the way,
Check
if you
it.
guys could obviously, when you go to FaZe Jarvis's comment section, just say Into the Square podcast sent me here, and then like. But yeah. So obviously, there's not a lot of these people that are like quite famous in the media. Like I think Santosh Shah, you said, and Arthur Gunn. But even Santosh Shah,
There's
he's not that famous in it. But as in, I said Arthur Gunn probably more.
No, but I'm saying
Curtis Waters, the guy,
yeah, Arthur Gunn more, but like
the guy that sung that song,
I'll
the
say-
TikTok song, Curtis Waters or something.
Mm.
I don't know that.
Like,
Because he's a one-hit wonder, so he's not that famous.
yeah, of course. And then like FaZe Jarvis and FaZe like K or whatever. But they don't. I don't think they claim Nepalese like that anyway. So it's like,
That's true.
yeah. But obviously, we've seen people like that in the media and mainstream media. Like, will obviously make you kind of like aspire to be like.
No,
that.
I was just saying,
inspires
like
you.
Arthur Gunn and Santos Sir, because like you can see them in the Western media, like that's why. But obviously, in like Nepalese media, you see them. I'm just saying, like Western media, it's more recent examples, especially like.
But I
Santos
feel
Sir.
like just South Asians in general aren't that well represented in media.
Yeah.
No, they're
Like,
not.
You don't really even see that many
Mhm.
brown people in general.
But I am starting to see it more and more nowadays because you've got like Riz Ahmed, who's like, he was like a British actor, and now he's doing like these big blockbuster movies. You see Dev Patel, he's from like Harrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went
Yeah.
Whitmore.
He went Whitmore, and then you see him in like some mad movies. So I feel like they are on the rise.
Mm.
So I did get to answer the question, so I'll just quickly give my view.
Sorry.
So I think representation is important in media just because we tend to identify with people that look like ourselves. So when someone that does look like ourselves does it or does something, then we feel kind of proud about it. So we feel kind of inspired. And when we look at examples, one example is South Asians in football. So I think there's like one or two South Asian
Yeah, that's very rare.
players of South Asian heritage in Premier League. And that just discourages people because you just think, oh, is there racism there? You know, even though we might not know what that is causing that to happen systematically, it just discourages people from trying in the first place, and that shouldn't be the case. You know, no matter what your background is. And when we do look at inspirations, for example, Amir Khan doing well in boxing has encouraged loads of like Pakistani boys and like South Asian boys to take up boxing as well. So clearly it inspires people to go into like that sort of field. So if you see people in the media being successful in sports and you identify with them, then I guess you're inspired to do the same as well.
Yeah. I was gonna say, what are we gonna see? Obviously, BMK has been turning into MMK, and then eventually, once he's into like SMK, are we gonna see a SMK debut in Love Island 2025? Maybe. We'll see.
Oh my days! What the- so wrong.
I thought you were going to go into boxing. Man said Love Island.
Yeah,
I'll be too old for it, fam.
we need brown people.
I'll be too old for
there.
it, fam. I like it.
Yeah, maybe we'll see like Into the Square Love Island version one time. But yeah, anyway, so moving on now onto so say if you could undo anything from the past, what would that be? It could be something in your personal life or something, something like what's it called? Like just in general, like in the wider range, wider like society too.
Yeah, I'll start. Mom's gonna. I'd say it'll be a personal thing for me. Shit, and then you're talking about BMK and MMK. I'd go back and tell myself not to stop eating so much in the past, innit?
Yeah.
When you listen to yourself, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's me. Like
No, but then
that's
Like,
that's,
shut
no, that's
up.
I think I'm trying to like lose weight now, but I'm saying if I could undo anything, that would probably be it. Like, that's like the one thing that I'm quite like question marks like think about mostly. And
Bro, how far would you have to go back?
I don't know.
When he's born,
for me,
innit?
it's like
Maybe-
20.
When he's born, child, bro.
Just shouting at the 2-month Kisor like, bro, you need to stop drinking less milk. Like that far, bro.
Yeah. So what about you guys, Sanjog and Bishop?
That's a hard question, you know, because you don't really think about what you've done and like what you want to change, like in the past or not.
I'd be a footballer.
Would you go for it?
Nah, I just don't think like just don't have the opportunity. I just can't think of a way. Like no matter what happened, that could have been that path in it. I just don't think it'd be feasible.
You could have just stayed in Nepal and become a cricketer, bro.
Oh.
He's a banger.
Yeah, but no, like let's say like I could look into a crystal ball. Like, I wouldn't change it just because I'm uncertain about what my life would be like.
Mm.
But I just imagine sometimes what would my life be like if I just stayed in Nepal. And
Yeah.
it's something like that makes me curious, isn't it? If I could look into the crystal ball and just see what the answer is to that, like if I just lived in Nepal, what my life would look like, I certainly would.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't. I don't think I would undo it though.
Yeah, I think that's the same with me about like choosing medicine. I think because like if I wasn't doing that, like what would I be doing, kind of thing. Like, and I wouldn't really want to change it, but you just wonder sometimes, like, what would I actually be doing right now, if I hadn't chosen this degree or what.
Making money, bro. Anything else you'd have graduated and been working.
Yeah, true. Yeah, maybe that's what I'd be doing. But yeah, but in the long run, like, would I have regretted it and things like that? But yeah, but I wouldn't change anything anyway.
Yeah, now I was gonna go with Sandra and say that I don't know, probably obviously there's a lot of things I might not be unhappy about in my life, let's say, but then like I am who I am today because of the experience that I've gone through. innit? See, it's such a deep like answer, but it's true though. Like, 'cause I'm here where I am today because of the experience that I've had, and like obviously it's all shaped me to be who I am in it. So it's like, why would I want to change that? Like, why would I want to like because I am, yeah, exactly. I'm not unhappy with who I am now. So it's like I don't know. It's like
Yeah.
obviously everything's happened for a reason, and like I've come out the other side stronger. So yeah, man. I don't know. I don't think there's anything that major that would be like, oh yeah, this is what I would change. Maybe like just spending more time with my family. Like, obviously I only live with my mum like for a couple of years, innit? So maybe that and my dad. So obviously like I would much rather have spent like more time when I was younger with them as well. But then that wasn't really like my choice.
Yeah.
It was like them man that left me with Bishop's mum. So
Enjoyed yourself more.
yeah, so maybe that, and then yeah, I think that's the only thing. Maybe if I could go back, I would be like, I'd try and like maybe tell my parents to have a daughter as well, yeah, so I could have a sibling in it. Because sometimes you get lonely in it. Not that I am lonely, but I'm saying like sometimes you wish you had a little brother or a little sister too, especially a little brother. Imagine just bossing him around now, like it'd be so funny, innit? So,
Yeah, the thing is we don't have any, because my sister is obviously like a girl, and then like our two baby cousins are also girls.
yeah.
So we don't really have like a young.
We have one in Nepal, but
Yeah, we do, but we're not here in it. That's what I mean.
yeah. So it's like maybe like a little brother, yeah, just like telling him to like go to the shop and get me this, get me that, tell him to wash my dishes, and all that. I think that'd be quite fun.
I doubt it, man. Do you know how they say that sisters are meant to like more likely to do that?
Yeah.
But my sister doesn't do that, so my brother certainly wouldn't.
Nah, but I'll be like,
if I had a brother.
I would force him to, innit? But yeah, maybe
You
that.
whip him.
But then that.
You bully him a
But
little.
then that's not like something to undo. Like maybe it's something to like maybe add onto my life to make it maybe more fun and better. But yeah, so now.
But that depends on your parents, bro. It's not your decision.
Yeah, but I'm saying I would have told my mom. I would have been like, yo, like I want a brother or a sister. Cause yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's what I would like want. But yeah.
Adopt one.
Moving on now to the next question. What's one thing you like and hate the most about yourself? Yeah, the one thing you like the most about yourself, and one thing you hate.
Deep question.
Hate's such a strong
And
word.
one
man.
thing you dislike about yourself.
Innit?
My hairline, bro.
Yeah, same. I'm with you.
My hairline, especially, it's bare peak, man. Thank God my video ain't working. Man. It's bare peak, man.
Man said my hairline. So what is it? That's one thing you like about yourself, or you dislike about yourself?
Nah, one thing I dislike.
So what's the one thing you do like about
So
yourself?
what do you like about yourself?
I like my teeth.
Hey.
They're well shaped. No, what do I like about myself? I like that I don't get nervous, I don't get anxious. So I like that I'm able to stay calm. And I guess that's like one thing I like about myself, because it means that I can take life as it comes, and I can take it quite easy and just enjoy as life comes by. So that's one thing I like about myself.
No.
Yeah, I think for me it's weird because the one thing is like I like about myself, but I also don't like about myself at sometimes, and it's
That's
like
gonna be my answer as well.
wait, really? Mine's like I'm really competitive. So like I'm extremely competitive, right? So like when it comes to like obviously like academics and things and like uni and school and that kind of thing, it helps obviously because like I try to like do my best in that kind of thing. But sometimes like Like for example, even like when I'm playing like FIFA and things like that, yeah, I get too competitive and then madness happens. Madness. So like, so yeah, like I get too competitive, I get myself too worked up in that situation.
Trust
So
I know.
yeah,
know
Kishore
what
knows
that is.
first-hand experience. So it's a bit of both for me, the competitiveness.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing, but not competitiveness. I would say my curiosity.
Whoa.
I feel like I'm a quite a curious guy. I like to like dip my toes in like a lot of new things. And, like, what? What are you having?
The way you said it, bro.
I like dip my
What do you
toes.
mean?
Like,
Yeah,
wait,
like just like try a lot of things in it.
have you heard of the monkey curiosity story?
No.
It's like, what was it? It's a Nepalese story.
Yeah, what?
Yeah.
Oh,
Ba-
you guys were
Bidhan
saying
there,
it
Bidhan.
before, weren't you?
It's like
Yeah.
Badal
Batu
Batu.
on top of that.
Yeah, like when a monkey gets too curious in it, he starts playing. He starts playing with his own balls and he pops one of them.
How do you sayings that even come about? How do you sayings that even come about?
Nah, but
It's just a Nepalese saying, man.
Yeah, maybe I don't know. But yeah, I think the curiosity. I like trying new things, so like I think I get like first-hand experience trying new things. Like before this, my thing was like doing a YouTube channel, and now I've like moved on to do a podcast. Yeah, I like trying new things. I like trying like the guitar. I like last summer I remember like I was getting bored, so I was like, oh, I might as well try a new thing. So I was like trying the guitar. I like doing photography. I like doing a lot of new things. I think I have a lot of hobbies, but like. That's the negative thing to that is like I can't like keep like doing like one thing. I have to like I'm always moving on to like new things. I can't like keep on doing one thing where like I can't find that one thing that I really enjoy doing that much. Like I just like try doing like lots of little new things. Like you know when people have like a passion for something. I don't know if I have like a passion for like thing because like I try new things. So I wish that's like one thing that I don't really like about myself. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say so for me as well. Yeah, so what I like about myself is like I wouldn't say confidence because obviously I feel like I am alright. I'm confident like to an extent, but also like the fact that I'm quite social as well. I think that's the one thing I like, and I like to like meet new people, try and like speak to more and more people, like try and make new friends. I think that's one thing I like about myself because it kind of widens my horizons. Like kind of like meet new people, and then like get their opinions on things and like see how they live and how like compare it to the way I am as well. I think that kind of like is one thing that I do like about myself. But then one thing I dislike about myself, like Kishore was saying, yeah, like I'm so not indecisive, but I'm very like I want to do things, but then like, I lose interest so quickly. Like I can't like just focus on one thing for like a certain amount of time. I think this podcast is probably the most consistent I've been like in such a long time. Like, apart from obviously like what's it called, committing to a uni degree and finishing it off. Yeah, I think this podcast is probably like the most like committed I've been like on things that aren't things that I have to do. So it's like I think that's the one thing I hate about myself. Like it's just like I want to be more consistent and I want to like be a man of my words. Obviously, I don't think I am because like even like a YouTube channel, I've been saying I want to do a YouTube channel since what like 2016, yeah. and then like so I've been trying to say I want to do a YouTube channel since 2016. Like my channel was made in 2017. I bought a camera in 2017. I recorded my first video in 2020. Like, do you know what I mean? So it's like there's a lot of things. I've said I want to do it for such a long time, and I haven't like obviously like gone through with it. But I think that's one thing I want to change about myself. And that's one thing I do dislike about myself. So that's one thing I can improve on. So yeah, I think that was quite good. No, has everyone had a go? Yeah, everyone's had a go. So it's like it's quite a good reflection as well. Obviously, I think I said we had 10 questions at the start, but we've been like going on, like rambling on, like always, and then obviously getting like more deeper with the questions. So I think we should probably do one more question, and then probably like just finish off with like into the jar at the end. So I was gonna say, would you guys ever plan on going back and living in Nepal? So obviously we're all from Nepal. Would you guys ever like consider like ever going back there, living there like for the rest of your lives?
So
okay.
I'd say oh, go on, Sanjay.
Oh no, okay. So I was just gonna say yeah. Obviously, I love going to Nepal, and I haven't been for a few years now because of COVID. and I love the people. Like obviously we got all of our families there, and like what we've said all about the actual country, like what it brings to us. Obviously I was born there, I've stayed there until I was 7 years old, and every time I go I feel so attached to the country and everything. Even just walking the streets, you feel like like it's a part of me. And every time I go I love it there. But ultimately, like I do have to like balance out like the work life, like how accustomed I am to being here as well, and my the relationships I've built here, like my friends, my extended families here as well. Sorry, my extended family's not here. My like other families, like my mum's side, like quite a few of them are here as well, and also, I can't really see myself like fully just staying there for like decades of my life.
Yeah.
So overall, like balancing it out, I do see myself like living here, but I would want to go Nepal like every year, if not every other year, like for the rest of my life. Just so, because I don't want to lose that part of me, and like even later on, like with kids and everything, I don't want to make sure they don't lose that part of the heritage as well. So just for that, so I would want to have a very close connection with Nepal, going forward, definitely. And I want to do my best, like especially like in terms of medicine and stuff. I want to really like help like build like a better like a healthcare system. Well, not a healthcare system, but like just do as much as I can to improve the health of like even like a local community or something like that in the future in Nepal and things like that. So I want to be really closely attached to Nepal, but yeah, ultimately I do see myself living here.
Yeah, fair.
It's so much different when you like go there to visit to like when you actually are living like in Nepal. Like we've only ever just gone and visited. We haven't like we don't know what. Well, we know how we live there when we were like really young, but like we won't know how we actually live there. If we just like moved our lives to Nepal, it would be so different than just like visiting there. So, but I don't know. I still do feel like I agree with Sandra in that sense, but I still want to like retire in Nepal though. I feel like when you're like 60, 70, I feel like if you've got like a nice amount of money, you've saved up a nice amount of money, you got a retirement plan, you got everything. I feel like retiring life might be nice in Nepal. Like I just imagine myself on a hill, like just like chilling, like with a big house and like family and stuff.
He's gonna have like cows and goats. He's gonna cut grass for them every day and stuff as well.
Yeah, like, I feel like that life's still nice. Like I feel like
my guy's gonna do a full circle. His grandparents moved, tried very hard to give his parents a good life, and then his parents come here, work very hard, and my guy is
no, imagine his grandparents like left like Pahad, like the hills, to come down to like a better city in Nepal, and then his parents migrated exactly, and now he's thinking of going back to the hills, bro. Like, what's this?
Just to retire, innit? I feel like when I have kids, they can obviously they're gonna like be in the UK. I'm not expecting them to like move back in with me, but like I feel like it would be nice to retire in Nepal. Because it's so serene, it's so nice, like it's very scenic. I just have that nice imagination in my head, innit?
So I'll say that my opinion is kind of similar to Kishore's and Sonchik in the sense that I've lived here since I was 7, and most of the relationship I've built up, and just how I live my life and the routine that I have, everything is here. So moving to Nepal I'll just feel a bit lost about like who am I gonna chill with, who am I going to stay with, what am I going to do, what job am I going to do, and all that. So there's so much to think about when you move back, especially when you're so accustomed to here. And Nepal might not be as like how we paint it out to be. So I've lived here till 7, so obviously I have like a certain vision of Nepal, but I know that in reality it would not be the same, just because I don't really have that much experience with Nepal, and what I remember is from like young as well. And one thing I also want to bring up, this is a bit out of context in terms of the question, but something I'll say quite important to address is the fact that lots of people have this idea that they're going to study here, or like they studied here and they learned the UK style or like the USA style of way, and they're going to go to Nepal and like change this and change that. And I don't really believe like that to be a thing, in a sense that I just don't think I'm in a good position to make a good change in Nepal. So I know that there's so many talented people in Nepal, and it's not just what uni you went to that determines you as a person and how good of a problem solver you are. And someone in Nepal probably has a better idea of what's going there, what's going on there, what's the problem there. So if they're finding it so difficult to solve that problem, what extra am I really going to add, considering that I don't really know the context of the problem, or like what exactly is going on there. I think the problems that Nepal has is a lot harder to solve than that's initially painted on the surface. And so I don't think me being born and raised, not born here but like raised here, and having an education will really help Nepal if I do go there.
Yeah, I mean, I like, obviously like what you guys all said as well, but I don't know. I'm of the opinion, obviously, ideal world, it'd be like, oh yeah, you know what, I kind of like want to go back there and live there and whatnot. But I think that's like me thinking, like, it's quite naive of me to think like Nepal is like what the way like Bishop said, our viewpoint of Nepal is way different. Like we see like say we see it from our eyes, like for a month. Do you know what I mean? Like we don't live there. We go there for a holiday, and we enjoy it ourselves while we're out there in it. So it's like we kind of think, oh, that's how it's gonna be. Life's gonna be rosy, like in Nepal, like the rest of the year as well. Obviously, there's certain aspects of like living in Nepal that we have kind of missed out on. Like say going to like a lot of family weddings, like celebrating all the festivals that we have in Nepal, and then like just like I feel like even like I don't know. There's a part of me that doesn't like kind of fit in the UK. Like I feel like this isn't my country. Obviously, although like I've like kind of like grown up here, but like more than half of my life, yeah. I feel like there's still a part of me when I go back to Nepal, like I feel like, oh, like shit, like I'm finally home. But then again, it's like probably just me like being like too, like it's like me overthinking it too much, and kind of like forcing that agenda of like me being Nepalese, and I kind of have to like be in love with Nepal. Well, obviously I do love like Nepal, being like Nepalese and whatnot. But as in, it's just like there's a part of me still feels like, oh, like when I go back to Nepal, I'm like, oh shit, I'm back home, innit? And because it's like you go walk around the street, everyone speaks Nepalese.
Yeah.
It's quite comfortable. Like it's quite like it's like a chilled out vibe as well. From what we see anyway, like other people must have a lot of shit going in their lives anyway. Yeah, but from what I see, like especially my family and stuff, I just see them just chilling, like vibes in and stuff. Yeah, I'm just like, yo, this lifestyle here is sick. But obviously, like that's not the reality of it. First of all, and secondly, like it's like. I don't know why I'm like very comfortable because I can speak English well. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not as if like I can't communicate here. I don't fit in here. Like I have a lot of friends here. Like if I was to go back to Nepal, like, I have to like go and chill with my cousins and like cousins' friends and stuff. Innit? Like, I wouldn't say I have like my own like proper good like friends like back in Nepal anyway. So it's like I don't know why I have the idealistic view of it, but then you still have that kind of though. But then yeah, I would still say like I would like to see myself living out there, but I probably wouldn't be able to because like it's just like I feel like we're kind of have different ideologies and like we have different like mindsets and like the way we've grown up and like and all these things, and plus I can't write Nepalese and I can't read Nepalese much anyway, so it's like what am I gonna do, like just like I'll be so lost anyway. So yeah, no.
Yeah. No, one thing I just wanted to add, like, finally was it was like, not gonna like slowly in UK as well, like you there's more and more Nepalese things that are happening in the UK as well. There's like a bigger Nepalese community that's building like more and more, especially around London and the South area as well. So I think overall, like in like 10, 20, 30 years time, obviously it won't be exact same as Nepal. It will never be, but the missing, like the way you miss Nepal will maybe slightly less because we'll have even more of a Nepalese culture and more of the things that less things that we'll miss, if you get what I mean. Obviously I know it's not going to be the same, but over time it will kind of like get more authentic here as well. I don't know.
And I'm gonna say also, if you miss Nepal, like obviously us that would be like, oh, we miss Nepal bad. Yeah. If you miss Nepal, just go to Aldershot, go to Reading, go to Cluxton, go to South Harrow, and then you'll feel at home there. And then you'll like be like, you know what? There's not much I'm missing out on anyway. So yeah, no, that was really insightful, everyone. Actually,
that's good.
Yeah, I think we should just wrap it up now, as we've been going on for like nearly 50 minutes now. So I was just gonna say, first of all, congratulations everyone on like reaching 10th episode as well, and thank you to all the listeners too for like listening to us ramble on for this long. And if you're still listening to this podcast too, thank you so much again, more. And then obviously today's podcast was more just like a chilled out vibe, like a 10th episode special where we kind of get to know each other and like or you guys get to know us a little bit more. We answer some of your questions that you may have that for us, and obviously we try to answer as much as we could. I think we only got like 5 or 6 questions in, but even then, like, obviously, it was quite like a fun little a segment that we did do, and obviously this will probably be coming back in the next like special episodes too. So yeah. Thank you everyone that did send the
What we
questions
can
in.
do is like, you know, the questions that you guys have
Yeah.
said, we could put it into the jar, and then we can like,
Yeah, we put it in the jar.
Yeah.
That'd be
Put
a
it
good
into the
idea.
jar, and obviously like we can be answering these questions eventually. But also I was gonna say, yeah, so thank you guys that have like obviously sent us the questions. Sorry to those that obviously that sent the questions in and we couldn't answer your question for you. Maybe you guys should just like stick around, and then eventually your questions will be answered from one of the into the jar segments. So yeah, and yeah, thank you to everyone else like here as well for being like a great co-host today, and obviously like all the episodes in as well. Hopefully we can like create more
Thank you.
memories. Like
Thank you for hosting me.
no, thank you so
Thank
much,
you for
guys. And thank you for
hosting.
listening. Obviously, make sure you guys
yeah,
go
thank
follow
you guys.
us on Into the Square on Snapchat, on Instagram, on TikTok, on Spotify. Make sure you guys go and subscribe to our channel. Obviously, our like personal accounts are there as well on Instagram, and our Into the Square account is there too. So if you have any questions, just let us know. Any feedback is obviously welcome as long as like it's positive. Not positive, it's like as long as it's constructive criticism actually. So
Constructive.
Yeah.
And positive is welcome as well. I don't mind.
positive, but also like constructive criticism and like yeah. So that's all I would like to say, and thank you guys for listening. And yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.